come onto your hands and knees. Put your knees directly under your hips, your hands directly under your shoulders. And inhale, belly down, gaze up. Exhale, arch your spine. Inhale, belly towards the floor, head towards the ceiling for cow pose. Exhaling, cat spine. Inhale, sinking the belly, raising the head, cow pose. Exhale, expanding the ribs, arching the back for cat pose. Inhaling, cow pose. Exhaling, expanding and arching, cat pose. Inhaling, cow pose. Exhaling, cat pose. Pressing into your hands, tuck your toes and push your hips back into the air for downward dog. In this upside down V-shaped position, you're going to be using the force of your hands and your feet to raise your hips up high, relaxing your head, relaxing your neck. Experiment with sinking your heels down to the floor. Experiment with bending your knees one at a time. See how it feels. Now come forward into a plank position, like a push-up. You want your weight stacked directly over your hands, your fingertips spread wide. Slowly lower yourself down to the ground, hips, chest, chin. Then rise your head and your shoulders for a baby cobra. You don't want all the weight into your hands. See if you can lift up your hands just for a second. You want to use your back muscles to lift your shoulders and your head away from the floor. Now tuck your toes under, press into your hands and push back to downward dog. Take a breath here. Feel the energy coming from the floor. Then take a step and another step and come up to the top of your mat, hanging forward. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Nod your head yes or no. Release your head, allow it to release your neck. And inhale, lift your arms up into the air, reach up high, and bring your hands to heart center. Now we're in mountain pose, which is just a standing meditation pose. What we're going to do from here is we're going to do another repetition of what we just did, starting from standing. So inhale, lift your arms up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. So when you half lift, you can place your hands on your legs, but do it either below or above your knees. What you want here is a flat spine, parallel to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step or walk back to a plank position, and lower yourself down, knees, chest, chin, rising up for a baby cobra. And on your next exhale, push your hips back for downward dog. Stay here for a couple breaths. Bring your attention to your breath and the feeling in your body. Always coming back to the sensations of your body. Walk towards your hands now, walking into a forward fold, then coming into a half lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, rising up, reaching up tall, and exhaling, heart center. So we'll stand here in Tadasana for a few moments. You can close your eyes, feel the weight in your body coming into the balls of your feet. Lean forward a little bit, lean back into your heels. Feel your hips stacked right over your knees, over your ankles, and your shoulders stacked over your hips. Pick up your shoulders towards your ears, and then as you exhale, drop them. Then inhale, lift up your shoulders, exhale, drop them. One more time, inhale, lifting up your shoulders, exhaling, dropping them. Lift your arms up high, reach tall, and exhale, hinge at the hips, coming forward into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, straight spine, head shooting towards forward, exhaling into a forward fold. Plant your hands, step your feet back, and lower yourself down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhaling for a baby cobra. Exhaling, pushing your hips back in space. Spreading your fingertips wide, feeling the floor pressing up through your hands and your feet, lifting your hips up even higher. Take another breath here. Bringing your attention always back to your breath and the sensation in your body. Then walk towards your hands. Inhaling, half lift, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, Tadasana. Now we're gonna go through that flow again, but we're gonna add a pose this time. Inhale, reaching up high, reaching for the sky. Exhaling, forward folding, letting everything hang loose. Inhaling for a half lift, head shooting away from the hips. Exhaling, forward folding, planting your hands, stepping back, lowering yourself down, knees, chest, chin. Then lifting your head and shoulders, lifting your gaze for a baby cobra. Tucking your toes, pushing your hips back and up into space, downward dog. From here, lift your right leg, then bring your knee in towards your chest, planting your right foot down in between your hands. Now spiral your left foot down at a 45-degree angle, and really feel a firm foundation in your legs. Feel the outside of your left foot pressing flat against the mat, and your right thigh engaged, your left thigh engaged. Now reach up, lift up for your warrior one. Reaching tall with your hands, you're going to square your hips, so bring the right hip back and the left hip forward. Continue reaching and sink a little deeper into the pose. Sink a little lower into your hips, bend your knee a touch more. Strong legs, strong back, reaching tall. Take a slight back bend, then exhale, bring your hands down, planted beside your feet, step back, lower down, knees, chest, chin, inhaling for a baby cobra, exhaling, pushing back to downward dog. And now we're going to do the opposite side, so lift your left leg up into the air, then bring your knee towards your chest, planting your left foot in between your hands. Spiral your right foot back down, firm up your foundation, and rise up tall, warrior one. Reaching strong up towards the sky, square your hips to the front of the room. So bring your left hip back and your right hip forward. You can use your hands to help you. See if you can sink a little deeper, bending that left knee a little more. Firm all through your legs up your back, reaching tall, feeling one line of energy from your back heel all the way through your fingertips. And from here, a slight back bend and exhale, come down, plant your hands, step your foot back and lower yourself down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push yourself back to downward dog. And now walk up to your hands. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. releasing everything into the ground. Inhale, lift up, rise up. Exhale, hands at heart center. You're now standing in Tadasana. So we're going to do this one more time. This time a little faster now that you've gotten the hang of it. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive forward out of your hips. Hang for a half lift. Inhaling, exhaling, forward folding. Plant your hands, step your feet back, lower yourself down. Slowly, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, baby cobra. Pushing back, downward dog. Lifting those hips high. Reaching that right foot long behind you. Bringing it knee to chest. Foot between the hands. Spiraling your left heel down. Finding that firm foundation in your legs. And lifting using your legs, your thighs, your back. Reaching high. Feeling one line of energy up your left leg, all the way up your back. Squaring your hips, bringing your right hip back and your left hip forward. And reaching tall towards the sky. You can sink a little further down to that right side. And inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands down, step your foot back. Lower yourself down. Inhale for a baby cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. And from here, we'll pick up our left leg, reach it long behind you. Bring your knee towards your chest. Plant it down in between your hands. Spiral your right foot down at a 45-degree angle and rise up for Warrior One. Reaching tall through the fingers. Strong foundation, squaring your hips towards the room. Left hip back, right hip forward. Bend that left knee a little bit more. Sinking down, feeling that hip stretch. That line of energy all the way up your leg and back into your hands. And exhale, plant your hands down, step back, and go through your flow, inhaling. Exhaling, pushing your hips back, downward dog. Now walk up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Bringing your hands to heart center. And exhale, Tadasana. Mountain pose. Again, notice any changes in your body, any changes in your mental state. If you feel any more of a sense of calmness or clarity. We're gonna begin kind of cooling off now, getting a little closer to the floor. Move towards lying on your back. We're gonna come into bridge pose now, so come to lying down on the floor.
Okay, so our pose that we're working on now is a back bend called Setu Bandhasana, or you might hear it as bridge pose. So you're going to start lying on your back with your feet hip width distance apart. A good measure is if you can touch your middle finger to your heels. Lets you know that they're in far enough. And then a little trick that I learned from Zhenya, who I've talked about before, is pretending that there is like a glass wall that's coming up from your midsection and you're pressing your hands into it, especially that index knuckle. You're pressing that into that imaginary place. From there, relax your glutes. It's going to be tempting to tense them up, but relax your glutes and allow the lifting up to come from your tailbone. So as the tailbone starts to lift up towards the sky, the hips will, but I keep the arms there. Tailbone up, tailbone up, tailbone up. And I take the shoulders back and down as the hips come up. From there, you can reach your fingertips underneath you, interlace the palms, and wrap 1, and wrap. 2, pressing the pinky side into the floor. And you stay here. Energy-wise, your heels are pressing down and even back towards your hands to allow the hips to lift up. And you just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. To release the hands first. Press your hands down, and then you can slowly start to roll down onto the back. To rest, knees can knock in together, one hand to belly, one hand to heart. And there you go.
So extend your legs long. Extend your arms out at 90-degree angles. So you're making yourself one big T. And then bring your knees towards your chest and roll your knees to the right side, looking to the left side with your head, laying your left ear against the mat with your knees, twisting your torso. Take a breath in, a breath out. Feel the way your breath can deepen the twist. Take a few more breaths here. Then you can bring your knees back to center and drop them over to the left side, looking to the right now with your right ear on the mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Feel yourself moving deeper into the twist, lengthening all your core muscles, refreshing your organs. Twists are really great for you. And you can bring your knees back to center, maybe give them a hug for a second and rock back and forth. And from here, you want to find a nice clear spot on your wall. So somewhere where you can go and bring your legs up onto the wall. We're going to lie for a couple minutes with our legs on the wall and let the blood from our legs flow down to our brains. This is a very easy inversion. Inversions are great for calming you, grounding you, preparing you for the final stage of class. So just bring your hips close to the wall, spiral your legs up against the wall, and then just relax. There's nothing you need to do here. Once your legs are on the wall, you can just feel your breath, feel your muscles sinking into the floor. Notice if you have any tension anywhere in your body. If you are tensing your facial muscles, if your neck is tight, see if you can just let that go. Notice if your mind is wandering, if you're thinking about things that happened in the past, if you're thinking about things that may happen in the future, things you might need to do, decisions that might need to be made. We tend to let these thoughts overrun our brains, and then we aren't truly experiencing life. When you walk by a field of flowers, you're thinking about what's going to happen 3 days from now. You're thinking about something that happened 2 days ago. But yoga is a time to practice being in the moment. And in this moment, there's nothing to think about. Just feeling the way your body feels. This is a practice. It's time to practice living in the moment and letting go of thoughts that aren't important right now. So take another deep breath here, and then you can slowly bring your legs down off the wall to one side. Go ahead and move yourself back away from the wall and come to lying flat on your mat for final Shavasana. Shavasana means corpse pose. So you'll spread apart your legs, let your arms extend. You can take up some space here. Lie with your head, the back of your head flat against the mat. And when you're ready, you can begin to close your eyes. Feel the muscles in your toes softening. The little muscles in your feet that work so hard every day to keep you standing. See if you can let them go. Feel your breath in and out, relaxing around your ankles and relaxing your calf muscles. Feeling your feet and your calf muscles all sinking down into the floor. Allowing your breath to soften your thigh muscles, your quadriceps. Those big muscles in your legs that work so much all the time to hold you upright. Let them be supported by the floor. Feeling the muscles around your hips and in your lower back softening. That sense of softening moving its way through your middle back and your abdominal muscles, your pectoral muscles, your shoulders softening and sinking into the ground. You're totally supported by the ground. You don't have a need for any muscle or any movement. Feel your neck softening, your biceps, triceps. Feel your hands uncurling and a warm energy in your hands, just relaxing and softening. And feel it moving up your hands, up your arms, through your neck. Softening, relaxing your neck muscles. Softening your cheeks and feeling your tongue lying heavy in your mouth. Feel the space in between your eyebrows and your forehead lengthen just a little bit. And every muscle in your body is just sinking, supported totally by the floor. Your eye muscles relaxing, and feel as if your eyes are sinking deeper into your skull. Feel your eyes sinking with every breath, inhaling, feeling your breath expand, exhaling, feeling your eyes sink deeper, feeling your whole being sink into the floor, your eyes sinking further with every breath. Now begin to bring awareness back into your body. Feel your fingers, wiggle your toes, and slowly shift your weight onto one side, coming into a fetal position for a moment. And then making your way back up to a seated position. Now, in this last moment of your practice, you may want to close your eyes and just meditate for a moment longer. Think about everything you're grateful in your life. Think about your family, your health, if you have a job. Just take a moment to be grateful for everything that you've been given. And then whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes and start your day. Namaste.